Hey guys, Paul Tompkins here, CEO of Flippin Experts. I'm so excited to be with you guys because I want to talk about something that's very big on my heart and we're very passionate about at Flippin Experts because Flippin Experts was created to help people succeed in real estate investing, fixing and flipping, wholesalers, whatever it might be, rental properties. And we see a lot of the same mistakes being made over and over again from new investors, and sometimes, guys, it's investors that have been doing it for a couple years, but they maybe haven't educated themselves in it. They just went and winged it and started doing it themselves, and it's worked for them so far. But I want to teach you guys a couple different things that maybe will bring more value to you and allow you to understand what will make things sell faster, how do you make more of a profit when you're doing this versus I really don't know what I'm doing, I'm just winging it. So let me give you guys today, here I want to give you 3 tips or 3 things that I see a lot of fix and flip investors do that can be corrected. So I want to give you the problem I'm seeing, I want to give you a solution, okay? So the very first one is I see a lot of wholesalers especially, but investors as well, like newbies that want to get into the industry don't because of fear. They're passive, right? Well, I'm gonna wait for the next deal to come along. And you'll see some of these people, like they've been taking training after training after training. You'll see them at the Real Estate Investors Network time after time, month after month. And you're like, hey, have you got your first deal yet? Have you done your first deal yet? And they're like, man, I'm so ready. I'm so pumped. I got my stuff lined up, but I feel like I need 1 or 2 more things. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you have to eventually take the step, right? So the fear in their mind, they play it over. Well, what if this happens? And what if I don't get the house? And what if they don't accept my offer? And what if I can't get the funding lined up? And what if I can't do the rehab right? And what if I can't find a crew? And I'm like, you're not even to that point yet. Like, you found a house, you like, put the offer in. Like, if you never put the offer in, you're never gonna know if any of those things are even possible. But I like to flip that on its head and say, what if they accept your offer? What if the renovation goes well? What if you find the right renovation crew? What if you make a great profit on the house, right? So a lot of times our own fear, our own mindset is in the negative. It's wrong. We can always think, I had a call earlier today and it's a guy that, hey, I'm fearful of this and I'm fearful of this and should I do this and should I do that? And I'm like, just take a step. You know what to do. You've had the training. You've gone through the Flippin Experts training course. Like, just do it. You're never gonna learn until you take the step. Well, I'm not prepared yet. You're never gonna be fully prepared. Take the step. And guess what? When you take that step, you have to go take the next one. And then it'll go to the next one. And I'm telling you, even if you fail, that's how you learn. A lot of people are afraid of failure, and it's like, I know we were taught that in school, and our parents taught us like, not to fail, but when you fail, you know to never do it again that way, right? Why? Because it was painful. Maybe you lost a little bit of money. Maybe you lost a little bit of time. Maybe you spent time writing that contract and you're like, I'm gonna make it super low, and you didn't know the right number. Guys, nobody knows the right number, right? But if you don't try, if you don't take the step, you're never gonna grow. But if you fall down, you get right back up and you go to the next deal and you don't do that again. Why? Because you learned, because you went through it. So that's the number one thing I see in real estate is just the fear of actually diving in and doing it. There was no training courses when I was younger and learned this stuff. There was no online this and YouTube and everybody's got a training course now and there's coaches all over the place. There was none of that when I was young. When I went through this, you learn by error, and that's a painful way to do it. I would encourage you not to do it that way if you don't have to. Get the training, but I'm saying is once you know you're ready, do it. Don't allow fear to creep in, because I'm telling you, once you get that first deal and you get that first check, that momentum, that excitement, you're gonna be like, I knew I could do it. I knew I could do it. Yeah, and you're patting yourself on the back. And then what? It just starts to go. And then you get 2, and then you get 3, and then you get 4. So don't allow fear to creep in. Don't sit there and be passive. Take action. Take a step today. Okay? All right, cool. The second thing I see is they don't know their numbers. An investor, a wholesaler, they go into looking at a deal, into putting in an offer on a deal, and sometimes even buying a deal, and they don't truly know their numbers. And what I mean by their numbers is, let's start at the very beginning. Like, what's the home worth? The ARV, after renovation value. What are comps saying the property is worth? And here's what I see a lot of people do. They rely on someone else to tell them what it's worth. Hey, I have a realtor friend that said it's worth this. I have an investor guy that's trying to sell it to me that says it's worth $250. Have you verified it? Hey, I know someone in the community that lives 5 blocks away that said this. Guys, girls, don't trust any of that. This is your hard work. This is your hard money. This is your investment. Like, this is gonna either make you or break you. This is either I'm gonna make money or lose money. It's either I'm gonna make 20 grand or make 50 grand. Like, you have to know your numbers. This is your business. This is your industry. You have to know what the property is worth. Well, Paul, I don't know how to figure that out. Go meet with an appraiser. Hey, can I follow you around for a day and see how you do stuff? No? How about I give you $200? I want to learn. How about you go buy the online Flippin Experts training course that teaches you how to pull comps? Have you ever sat down with a realtor and said, realtor, show me how this is done? I'm willing to pay you to learn, but I need to be an expert in this. I need to know this because this is how I make a living. Like, you better be that passionate about knowing your numbers. How much is a renovation going to cost? Well, I don't know. I don't know how to figure that out. Again, what's the solution? Okay? And like we talked about in point number 1, that's why there's so much fear. It's because you don't know. You haven't done the training. When you get wisdom and you get training, that eliminates fear. I'm telling you right now. When you know the answer to something, you're not scared of it anymore. So, I want to encourage you guys, know what the property is worth. Know what the renovation is going to cost. Because even if you're a wholesaler trying to sell it to an investor, you better know, because right, you're making the offer on the property, getting it under contract, and then taking it to an investor. Well, if you don't know what the home is worth and you don't know how much renovation's there, what's your offer based on? What offer number are you going off of? So, get educated in this stuff, guys, because once you know it, there's more power. There's less fear. You go into that conversation with a seller or an investor, and you're confident because you know. It's not somebody told me, I did the work. I did. Now, I'm fine with people telling you what it's worth, but you go back and you verify it and make sure they're right. And I think you'll find 8 out of 10 are incorrect, maybe even 9. I have very few that come to me with accurate numbers. And here, let me give you this piece of advice too. If you don't have accurate numbers, people aren't going to take you serious. You send me wrong numbers once or twice, I'm probably not going to deal with you ever again, and it's just a waste of my time. There's someone I can go to and buy houses from, okay? So, know those numbers. It's your homework, right? Get on there, dig into the work, and get it done. The third thing I see, guys, is once the rehab starts, right? We go in and we have a lot of students and we go check out their properties, and we go into other properties that people have renovated, and I'm like, oh my word, what was this person thinking? And what I'm seeing is there's a lack of cohesiveness. Okay, that's the third thing, lack of cohesiveness. And what do I mean by that? The house doesn't flow right. The flooring doesn't flow right. They have tile here and hardwood floor here and carpet here, and I'm like, it's not smooth, it doesn't flow. They have brush nickeled in this room, and then they have some chrome over here, and nothing flows good. The walls aren't painted properly. Like, they have a wall color that's pink in this room, green in this room, and yellow in this room, and I'm like, what are you doing? Well, they had a cheap discounted rate on paint, and I'm like, you gotta sell this thing. Like, it has to flow well. It has to be cohesive. Like, the doorknobs and the hinges should match, like, the faucets and the lights. Like, if I'm going chrome, I'm doing chrome on the entire house. If I'm going brush nickel, I'm going brush nickel on the whole house. If I'm going hard flooring, I'm not just doing it in the living room and kitchen, and then the dining room is something else. I'm going, like, my whole floor plan is the same flooring, and maybe carpets in the bedroom. Like, if I do hardwood floor, I want all the main living areas to be hardwood floor. I want it to be beautiful. I want it to flow. There's no transitions from room to room and you're tripping over something or something like that. Or I see other ones that have like the fourth bedroom or a closed-in garage or something like that. Like there's like a step down. People can tell that it wasn't originally supposed to be like that. Why not just build the floor up to be the same level as the whole house and you never run into that problem again? You have to remember as an investor that the majority of the people, like you want to build this house out to be eye-appealing to the majority of people. And what I mean by that is I'm selling this house to the masses, right? I want 80, 90% of the people that come into this house want to buy it. They're not looking at it going, why did they do purple cabinets? The whole house is gorgeous, but I hate the color purple. They walk out. You just lost a buyer, okay? What if 6 out of 10 people don't like purple? You lost 6 out of 10 buyers, okay? So when we talk about cohesive, I'm talking about color schemes. I'm talking about, it's great to be a designer and design it well versus I'm a designer. I'm going to come in and do things the way I think they should be done because I want Pinterest and Instagram to more followers. Like, no, we're here to make money, okay? We're here to sell this house as fast as we can. And how do we do that? Is making it flow smoothly, making it look beautiful. You don't have to go with all this crazy extra stuff to sell the house. Like if they want to do all that crazy extra stuff, they'll do it after they buy the house. I promise you. You don't need to go put a pool in. If they want a pool, they'll put a pool in. Why would you go put the pool in and what if the person that wants to buy it doesn't want a pool? Like you just lost them. So think about that. Those 3 things, okay? And the third one was cohesiveness. Let that house just flow beautifully and be done right. So those are the 3 things that I see. You guys can overcome these 3 things very easily, okay? Put that fear out of your mind, right? That passiveness, jump right in, go crush it. Second thing, know your numbers. It's your business, it's your industry, it's your money, it's your time. Know your numbers. And number 3, let the house be cohesive. Let it flow beautifully. And more buyers will make you offers on it. You'll have them fighting over it, I promise. So I hope that helped you. Go out there and crush it today.